Hello there, Aries. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading is going to be for Aries for September of 2021. For everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. And we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading, hopefully, to bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a weird speech pattern. Speak as if I'm you. I guess that makes all you Aries named Frankie for the time of the reading. Now, look at your moon sign and rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month, and I really don't think the cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme. Now, we do have a couple tough cards in here for this month, but we have really good words. We're going to pull through it, okay, because I think some of it's already passed or we've been through it. Let's put it that way, and it's water under the bridge by now. We have 3 really good ones and 2 that are going to be tough, but our words are presence, creativity, openness, abundance, and kindness. So these are actually really good cards, and in a manner of speaking, they kind of go right with, because we're going to have to use, we have a card for creativity, and we're going to have to be open this month to options as they come, because our first card here is the 4 of Rods, and that's excellent energy. This is a really good, positive card. It means the trouble we had getting something established is finally basically pretty much over if we look at that way, and that we have pleasure and prosperity. We're reaping the rewards of all the hard work. You know, it's a reward that we've earned instead of it just being given to us. So instead of a gift, it's something we've worked for, we've earned, and we are kind of in harmony now with our environment and with the people that are in it, and things are pretty good in our life. So it's a general situation of comfortable prosperity. We're really not going to be hurting for much if it comes in, like if we're thinking about things that we worked hard for and we earned. We're really not going to be wanting much. So it's a time of celebration, a good times coming to us. Give a party. It's that type of energy, which is excellent for we Aries. You know, some of us get, and we all have been really claustrophobic still basically this whole year if you think about it. But I think we're going to have to be really open to our own creativity in order to pull this off, and we have a card that goes with it. So we got the Ace of Rods now, and we are rods. We are fire signs. So it goes right along with us. This is pointing upwards. There's a hand of God holding this out for us. So it's a fresh new beginning, a new start involving like business or finance for those of us. It shows us that we have planted the seeds of something that right now, a birth, a new possibility, a new creative type of idea coming into our life. So things could have held us down or hampered us in the past. That's why I think the 2 rough cards are going to be more past type energy, but it enabled us to take on a new role now. So we're going to forge ourselves a new identity. So all of those things that I was saying, we have a couple tough cards in here. I believe all of those things are basically behind us. And we need to be open to our creativity, to the more money flow with that word abundance, and starting to move forward, getting over whatever hampered us or pulled us down in the past. If you think about it like that, for this month it's going to be really good instead of like worrisome or troublesome or something of the nature that would be upsetting to me. basically I'm starting over. We have that ace, now we have a harsh one, 10 of swords. I got these cards originally because the colors are so bright, but boy, when you look at them in person, I don't know what they look like on a video, but that looks like blood pouring out of there. So this 10 of swords is sometimes a really, really rough card. It's a difficult card, but it coming in the reading like this, its appearance means it's the beginning of the end of all the trials and tribulations that we had, a period of, a rotten time for all of us. So it's a beginning of an entirely new cycle in our life. So things that were bothering us before, we're going to put them aside and push them back behind it. Except now we have to clean up the last little bit of debris, basically, that's left over from that old cycle. Because this reduces to a 1. So we have the 2 ones, fresh start, new beginning. All that kind of energy is coming to us. So clean this away. And when we clean away the debris of really things that have harmed us, hurt us, held us down or back, that process can be pretty tough on anybody. Even though we're strong people, it tells us that we can make it through no matter what. So it's a aggravating past thing, and I feel like that's going to be that way for most of us, really. So it's telling us make a clean break from anything in the past, period, and all of the crap that held us down or held us back, caused us suffering. Whether it means, sometimes it can mean getting a divorce, maybe changing a job if I'm being held down or held back in my job, changing something that's really important to me, like a traditional belief system that doesn't work for me any longer. That can come with this card. It's necessary to make the break. Make it cleanly. Don't leave any loose ends. No dust bunnies left under the furniture, because we could see the situation really clearly. Now we can see it for what it was, or what, without any previous delusions that had clouded our vision before. I think of this card like basically taking off the rose-colored glasses is what I would think about it. Sometimes you'd get this type of energy if I'm getting over an illness or a surgery. So some of us could be having that type of energy that's happening, maybe just going back to work, getting back our financial self back in order, and it can cause a lot of turmoil, because our next card here is telling us we're going to have to take off the rose-colored glasses. Now we have the 8 of Swords, and this is related to the 2 of Swords in the manner. The 2 of Swords is the lady with she's blindfolded, and she has the 2 swords crossed across her chest. That card is called denial, because something's wrong in her life, and she's just not going to take off those glasses and face it for what it is or speak up. In this card, this person's mouth is even covered by the cloth, But in this card, we actually are not in denial. We know there's things going on, and we know there's choices that we have to make. Sometimes we might not feel ready to make that choice or to make that change. And that makes us maintain a very painful state where we feel limited, like all of our options are gone. So I don't feel it's really negative, because the premise of it is all these swords are just stuck in sand. So basically all she could do is shake. Those ties would fall right off. They're very loose. It's not rope. It's some kind of cloth. And the swords would fall over. And she could take that blindfold right off of her face. So it's a situation in our lives that's been causing us a great deal of unhappiness. But we are not without resources to change the condition that we're in. So the bad situation is temporary, basically. So the way I feel about it is shake it off, take off this blindfold, right? Speak out clearly about what it is I want. And if I'm not getting what I need, what I desire in my life, just changing that situation, for the better for me. Because whatever it was with that Ten of Swords that I was dwelling in, it's time to let go of it, make the changes and the choices that are more suitable for what's going on in my present and what I want my future to look like. So we're going to have to face a few things this month, but it doesn't mean they're bad things. They might be a little bit difficult, hard choice, but once we face them and make them, I call it the Band-Aid theory. You either take it off and say, ouch, 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 really, really slowly, and it's extremely painful, or you yank it off and say, ouch, one time, and it's over. So it's more that kind of energy going on. Like, I don't want to live there. I don't want to live with the pain of what was holding me down or holding me back, and I'm ready to make the changes to change my life, as a kindness to myself. And I'm going to be open to looking at those situations and making the changes that I need to make for myself. The way we have to do that is to be straightforward with ourselves and with whatever situation or people that we're dealing with. So, because our next card is a card of creativity, of capability. This is the Empress card. It's we may be nurturing someone else, like maybe a child or a spouse, or helping out someone else with this card coming in at this time. But we would be capable of doing it, of being supportive, because we have the energy and the strength to do it. It's also a card of pregnancy for those of us that want children, or, it's a time when we are planning our families. It's a card that can tell us pregnancy is coming, but we have the capability and the strength to nurture others right now, to do it without depleting ourselves. But we're Aries, and we have these two other rough cards in here. So I'm going to say, with this Empress, some of us might have this Empress upside down, which means that we are giving too much. We are nurturing too many. Other people are giving too much, and it's not coming back. And we're depleting our own energy in order to give or protect others in some kind of way. So if it's upside down, if I'm the Aries that it's upside down, it's a call for me to show myself some self-love at this time, to maintain that balance in my life between that giving and receiving. When we overgive, we deplete ourselves terribly, and we don't want to do that. And if there's something that I'm not looking at, that if I made this choice, even if it seemed hard with this Eight of Swords, I would make the choice, and actually the long run will be so much easier, so much better for me. But I have to face it in order to do that. And that means I've got to be honest, truthful, whatever, yeah, I guess so, with myself first. And our angel card is be honest with yourself, Aries. That's really funny. It says, look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they'll come to you as if on angel's wings. That's a really good card. So I'd start sitting with myself and saying, what is my truth? What do I feel? If I'm feeling held back in any manner because of that Ten of Swords, or too much nurturing of others, which a lot of us have been doing, maybe it's time for me to back up a little and say, hey, I've got to take care of me. Do something that's important to me. It says, you receive this card as a gentle confrontation because the angels know that you've been hiding from your true feelings. You've probably been afraid that if you admitted how you honestly felt, you'd be overwhelmed with feelings and faced with making some necessary changes that you feel unprepared for. That's our Eight of Swords. That's exactly what it says. It says, I'm losing my place here. Yet the angels assure you that it's healthiest to face the situation with honesty. They will help you with your emotions, relationships, and any support that you need to make a positive change. However, the angels remind you to focus only upon your desire and not on your fears, so that you attract the former and not the latter. The situation will improve when you face it squarely. There's our Eight of Swords. So it is something we can overcome. You deserve better. Trust your own feelings, even if others don't agree. Don't give away your power to others. Avoid getting caught up in the illusion that this is the way it is. It never is. This is the way it is. There's always, if we choose, there's always the opportunity, if we're open to making the choices that we need, that'll better our life. I'm thinking this is going to be a great month. We're getting over past things that held us back and moving forward to a period of time where we're creative and caring about others and ourselves. We're included in this too. Well, Aries, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me, or just go neb about me, or if you need an appointment, all of the information is down below the screen in the About section over at the website. Over at the website are two short videos. One explains a prayer class I put out there for you guys. The other, the sutra classes. The prayer class explains how to format prayers, why you do them the way you do. And the sutras are simple thought forms. You put in a simple meditation. It takes 5 minutes a day. And it enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. But the videos are over at the website. So to all of you I've met through 5 whole years of YouTubes now, and everybody I've met through 33 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to serve you. Hopefully, I will see you back here next month. Bye-bye.